I feel like it has actually been forever since I have spoken on YouTube. Oh my goodness. Hello. I wouldn't say I've been taking an intentional break. I've really just been more intentional, I guess you could say, how I go about my life in general. And that just has meant not showing up here as consistently as I have been. But more so because I haven't had anything to talk about, you know? It used to be where I was so much in the habit to vlog like every week, and then eventually got to every other week, that I just always like knew exactly what to talk about. But that was back in the day when it was like, I'm gonna unload my dishwasher on the vlog. I'm gonna show you how I'm making my morning cinnamon apples, which not saying people wouldn't like that today, but I don't know, it's not something I have a personal interest in. And so I feel like I'm always trying to make content that I personally would want to watch. And I'm not in that era of like where I want to see anybody clean their house. So therefore I don't make the content. And so now I do kind of center it around when I have at least a little bit of something going on, you know? Like, I'm not saying we gotta be doing anything extravagant. I'm definitely down for like the random little in-betweens that happen in life, but I'm not making a full video about me cleaning my house. It's not clean right now. So, but speaking of trying to be more intentional about having things to share, I actually do have things to share this week. Starting with, I actually bought a bunch of like handmade little knickknacks from this place called Olaria. And so I wanted to show you what I got, but mostly because I want to show you what we're going to be displaying it on. So let's switch over to that. Okay, so welcome to this side, the kitchen side. I got this beautiful item the other day, and I apologize for the lighting being kind of weird. It's because there's light behind me. Is that better? I thought it would look good in this space because I've been trying to figure out how to fill this space for so long. Because before it's just this big white open area. Like, I almost feel like the cabinetry really should have continued to right here, but it didn't. And so I was trying to think of how I could fill it without it feeling super bulky. Came across that. I did not get it immediately, which I want everybody to be proud of me, because actually don't be proud of me. The reason I did not get it immediately is because I didn't know the measurements of this wall. But yeah, got it, packed it up, and Wizard Kelly mounted it for me yesterday. So I want to say it's a hotel mailbox. I can't remember when I did the research if it was technically antique or vintage. It honestly could be very old. Like a mailbox that hotels used to use, probably still use if it's an old hotel. But when I tell you this thing is quality, expected it to be heavy and weighty, because you know, things of that time just always are. They're just really nice quality. It's heavier than the heavy that I expected it to be. I honestly have no idea what I'm gonna end up putting in this area, because these little glasses that I'm gonna show you unfortunately did not fit. But this spacing here was absolutely perfect for the mugs. So let me show you those. Okay, like I said, the first one that I got when I just dipped in there that one time was this little mug, and it's like this off-white color with little splatter paint on it. I'm usually not one to do a ton of color. I like colors, I just don't like a ton. But this was honestly subtle enough to work for me, and I just love how artistic it feels. It's definitely a favorite. I love to grab this one. I got a couple more that have like just this very organic look. So this one's just kind of like a caramel color. But I just love the idea of buying handmade mugs rather than like manufactured ones, because it just, they don't look perfect. And I really like that organic feel of them. I'm sorry, when I said that I laughed because it reminded me of that Drewski video where he was like, organic. Anytime I say organic now though, it makes me think of Drewski. This one is like a bluish, grayish color, and it has a little bit of some type of color right here. You can kind of see it more on the inside. I don't know, I just love the different colors that the artist played with. Now this one is probably my favorite one of all of them. If this one's clean, this is the one that I'm going to grab every single time. Green is my favorite color. It's just got this little speckled look to it. It's so pretty. I would definitely buy this one in another color. Honestly, I would get the same one again, just because when it's dirty, I'm sad. Another one that kind of is in the same family, it's like a beigey color with dark brown. And mind you, this store, they do have multiples of these mugs. I just really wanted a mixed matchy look. I didn't want a matching set. So let's say if you like this mug and you're looking for like this vibe, you can find a whole set. I think you can even find plates and stuff that match it. It's just, that's not what I was looking for. Got another green one. It's got a lot of different shades, and it's kind of like a bluey green color. It's very pretty. And for the smaller ones that I had originally bought them to fit in those little smaller notches, and I got them for Wizard Kelly because he's a big sake fan, and so I figured these would be cool when he wants to take his little sake shots. They're not shot glasses, but that's what we're using them for. This one's just kind of like a little neutral shade. Again, we've got like the imperfections, which I absolutely love. This one's like a black, blue, brown, and then this one is just different gradients of brown. I also found this bowl. It kind of gives like a little circus vibe, but I just thought it would look really nice for like summertime serving. If you don't know, you probably know by now if you watch my channel, but I have been working on my yard because I really want to make it a space where I can host like book club or something. Like we have weekly book club, and I would just love for my yard to be cute enough to invite the girls over and we do it up like in the backyard. And so I'm just imagining like having like a little salad put together in here and displaying it on the table. Like I just needed more serving ware. A vase, a vase if you're fancy. I was thinking of this for serving. Imagine fresh squeezed lemonade inside of here. That would be beautiful. But to be able to use it more often, because that probably won't happen often where I do that, I think it'll also be really cute to put flowers in, which to be honest, I'm looking at this wall now, and the flowers that I have set up underneath my new coffee mug shelf are not the ones that I want to stay there. I was just trying to fill the space and play around with things to see what I want to put right there. But I think something like this could probably be better because it's slimmer. Put like a more daintier wild flower. Ilaria is definitely a place to check out, and I know some of you guys visit Atlanta sometimes because you'll like hit me up and be like, hey, where should I go? If you can travel with breakables, that would be a good place to go because they have really good prices too. I'm getting ready to go out. By out, I just mean outside. So I'm meeting up with one of my friends, and one of my other friends is in town today just for like a few days. I think she's hosting like a book festival. We're gonna go do some shopping, in-person shopping. I don't know if I'm actually gonna get anything. I don't have the best luck with in-person shopping, but I do love the vibes of in-person shopping. Like I still like to do it. So yeah, we're gonna go out there, maybe grab some food. I am literally wearing this outfit because I really wanted to wear these new boots that I got. I think they came in yesterday. I just saw them at the door. Pretty basic, pretty plain, which I do kind of prefer because the statement, even though they're kind of plain themselves, are the boots. Aren't they so cute? So they're like just black, the softest leather, but they have like this stitching on them. But they are like Y2K vintage BCBG. I'm wearing this black tank from COS, and then these shorts are also vintage, but I can't remember what brand they are, but they're like the perfect little khaki brown. Wearing my Balenciaga City bag, and then also some silver jewelry. So yeah, I just wanted to be comfortable, but I also really wanted to wear these boots, so I am. About to try and listen to this new Lotto album. I listened to the Drake album last night, not on purpose. Wizard Kelly was playing it, but I was kind of feeling it. It was not Iceman. The first one I listened to was Iceman, and I was like, I just didn't really like it. But he was playing, I don't know which one it was. I think it's the one with like his mom and dad on the cover. I don't remember the name of it, but it's like very dancey. But now I'm gonna try and listen to the Lotto album. I honestly do not keep up with new music. Like I'm not the person that's like, did you hear the new album? I used to be like that, probably like in college, but I'm really that person. I will play the same music over and over again. A lot of the times it's like, it's very old music. But I do like Lotto, okay? I don't listen to nearly as much rap music as I used to, but the girls, I do like to listen to the girls, and I definitely like to listen to her. Like, it's sunny, you're out on the patio, you get this with some cheese, because I guess they do. I had to get a bit innovative and put an umbrella up because I am trying my best to plant these seeds while we're getting all this rain. But it just keeps raining on and off. Like the clouds opened up and then the sun came out. And I was good. And now it's raining again, which I'm not mad because my plants, they love it. They're obsessed. But like I need to get these seeds in so they can also reap the benefits. So I just dug up a few things to make space. So we're going to try our best to put Swiss chard right here. Honestly, it's very late in the season to be trying to direct sow Swiss chard, in my opinion. But to be honest, I've never grown it. So you only can try. I'm also going to direct sow some more green beans or bush beans right here, which is what you see right here, which I don't know if the caterpillars are getting to it or what. Like, I have some in the other bed, and they seem to be doing a lot better. Like, nobody's chomping down on them, but these over here, for some reason, are getting ate up. So, it's fine. I bought, like, a ton of basil plants yesterday, so maybe that will help. I also was going to transplant my lavender because it's having a really hard time sharing a bed with something that needs so much water, like tomatoes. I don't know why I did that. Look, I am learning along the way. I grew tomatoes last year, and these seem to be growing like a lot slower this go round, but I think I figured out why. This is what the seeds look like. These are the green beans, and then these are the Swiss chard seeds. They're so tiny. I didn't know they'd be so small because I feel like Swiss chard gets so big, but it starts out so little. I actually found some use for that raised bed that I had on my balcony. This is the exact one that I used to grow majority of my things in my balcony. Anyways, I didn't want to throw it away. I just put it in the center of here, and I'm trying to use it as, I guess you could call it, my pollinator raised bed, because these do have some things that have plants that attract bees and butterflies and all of that, but they're really just there to protect my other plants. I need something where I can actually put flowers, and so I planted a bunch of zinnias in here and a bunch of marigolds. Literally, I think I did this yesterday or either the day before, I think, but it's just crazy because they're already sprouting up. I feel like that was so fast. A couple of months from now, they should be like these really tall, like pretty, colorful flowers. So it'll be kind of like a little burst of color right here in the middle, and I'm kind of excited about that.
did you get that?
I'm actually so tired. I got caught up playing my Switch. I feel like I go through waves of entertaining myself by playing games. And for some reason, I'm more in the mood to do it when it's like nicer outside, which doesn't make any sense. I feel like it should be more of a winter activity. But I started playing Hello Kitty Island Adventures and I'm absolutely loving it. I do go through waves where I want to play something else, but I really don't know what else I want to play right now. But I feel like I go through waves right now where I really love Hello Kitty. Not that it's a bad game at all. It's just like sometimes when you play the same game like constantly, especially like a quest type of game, which is this game, it can get like a little old at times. But I just had a little spurt of it being really entertaining just now, which is why it's like midnight and I'm just now doing my skincare. I shouldn't even be awake, to be honest, but at least I technically don't have work tomorrow. I'm trying to get the skin glistening. Let's see, I'm loving like PCA skin everything right now. I say that I only have ever tried 2 products, but I like both. So I feel like this week and lately I came across the realization that I haven't been doing such a hot job at romanticizing my life, which, if you don't know, that was a big thing in my content, I feel like last year before I moved. And I think that might kind of be the problem. I've kind of gotten to a point of like limbo where, and I may have mentioned this, but I got to a point where I got a little like my house isn't going anywhere right now on the outdoor area right now since it's warm outside. And so it's kind of caused me to neglect like the inside, and not even just like, oh, like I'm not decorating, but also I just was looking around. I'm like, why do you have all this junk down? Starting last night, I was just in the mood and I started walking around picking things up. You know, this is not anything groundbreaking, but it's just like, it's amazing like how you feel when you like declutter and you get rid of junk. Like I took some stuff to the storage, I cleared off some tables, I cleared out some corners, and I'm just already like I'm not done, but it's already feeling better. I feel like it makes me actually want to be more intentional and, for lack of a better word, romanticize, you know? I've been getting back to doing little light fragrances at night again. Look, like I said, romanticizing. Rosie by Rosie Jane. I think I started using this like a month ago. And why is it down here? Mind you, it's also very light, so I spray a ton. Like I'm very generous. Not hard to smell, I'm just greedy. And then I just got this one. Actually, no, I just opened this one technically. This is Le Labo Violet 30. I just sprayed it for the first time last week. I literally sprayed like the sleeve of my robe and I was like, and I've been trying to stick to only spraying my clothes because my mom says I'm doing a good job of trying to throw off my thyroid. Is that what she calls it? I don't know. I was gonna do a face mask tonight, but it's really late. But I even put on this little vintage dress I bought. It's like a little sleep gown. I love vintage sleep gowns. Number one, they're very romantic. Number two, they're always, or not always, a lot of times they're made out of really good material, which obviously when you're asleep you want like nice breathable material. This one's so cute. Yeah. I wanted to share some things that I've recently gotten. I've been decent about sharing these things on like short form content, but I feel like I've been really crappy at sharing it long form. I have been doing a lot of secondhand vintage type shopping, but for like clothes. And if you've been here a really long time, you know that that's kind of like where my channel, like I wouldn't say started, but where it started to pick up is when I was sharing like my thrifting things. But these things are all from like online platforms because people ask like, where do you get these from? Depop mainly, a couple eBay. I'll say where I got these things from, but mostly Depop and eBay. But honestly, I don't discriminate. I will look anywhere for the piece that I'm trying to find. But yeah, I was actually on a little hiatus for a long time of not shopping secondhand, and it's only because when I started doing it really heavily, I was like in high school, and then when it really started to go hard, I would say I was like in college and when I was teaching, because it was kind of like a little business for me. And I don't know if anyone else, how many people have ran their own Depop, but this might be a niche experience. But I feel like from doing that, it really disrupted my personal style, because at that point I was shopping for like my little Depop shop, which means like you're looking for things that aren't necessarily your style, but things that you think are cool, like that you think would be cool on other people. But where we were kind of losing the plot is I would find things really cute and I'll be like, oh my gosh, like I want to keep this for myself, like it's so cute. And then I just kind of had like all these different styles, all these different aesthetics or whatever. I had way too many clothes and nearly all of them were like secondhand. Nothing wrong with that. It's just like I was just buying anything that would fit and would look cute. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's your style. And then I got to a point where it wasn't thrifting, I was secondhand shopping myself, like on Depop. And I kept buying things that I would not end up wearing or like wouldn't fit me, wouldn't end up being like a long-standing piece in my personal style. And so I was like, you know what, you're not allowed to any more secondhand shopping until you really figure out like what you're looking for. And I feel like that's the point I'm at now. Like I actually know the things that make me happy, and the reason I know they make me happy is because they're the most consistent things in my style. Like even if we're starting like at childhood, like obviously I'm not gonna wear some of these things as a kid, but the themes are still there. So I just had a few things that I wanted to show. Ignore my temporary package room, okay? That's what it looks like when you're trying to like furnish a house. Right now we're doing the patio and there's just boxes after boxes, and furniture boxes are so big. So the first thing I got is this little scarf. So it's like a velvet type of scarf. Well, on one side it's velvet. I want to say it's a silk scarf. I think there are some silk components there, but I got it because it was just really gorgeous. Obviously it's definitely my color palette, but a big thing for me was that it was a fringed scarf. It was so hard to find like a fringe scarf that like had heavy fringe. I actually wanted one with heavier fringe, if you know what I mean, but the print was so beautiful I was like, whatever, I'll just go with it. But a lot of them have like really scraggly ends, but I pretty much just got this for a whole bunch of different uses, mainly tie around your waist type of look. I just really like a scarf for the amount of things that you can do with it. And I don't know, my scarf pickings were real slim in my closet, so I felt like this would work really well. And I got that scarf from eBay. So this is something that I got on Depop. One thing I like about Depop is it has like an algorithm. And so once you really look on there a lot, it will find things that they think that you would like. And so I feel like that's how I found this, because I did not type this in. Like the scarf, I typed that in. This I did not type in. So it's just kind of this little shawl, I don't really know what to call it, jacket, sleeveless jacket with crochet. I pretty much got it for like the warmer months, maybe even fall, because it's pretty warm out here, but it just looks so good with like a little slim bralette type of top. It doesn't come apart, so you have to wear it this way, but it has this very retro little look to it that I really like. Very whimsical, and again, we're seeing a theme here. This has some heavy fringe as well. Another Depop find, again, due to the algorithm, but I will say I have lately been looking for bags that just have something interesting about them. And so this is why this one popped up. And I never thought that I would buy like an orange bag. I really liked the hardware that it has. If you look closely, it has like this little gunmetal type of hardware, and then the brown little ties at the top. But it's like an orange suede bag. I did think it was going to be a bit bigger. I do like my bags on the bigger side, but if you stuff it, right now there's nothing in it, so it's flat. It does look better than how this looks. Of course, you can see from the little video insert, but she's cute. I'm excited about building a collection of like more interesting bags, because I am a sucker for a plain black purse. Like, I can't get myself to stop buying black purses. This is another one that I got. This is actually my second city bag. I think that's the specific one for this one. I know they have different names, but across the board, the Balenciaga motor bags, I always get these secondhand. And mind you, the first one I bought is actually in here, so you can actually see it. This is the first one that I got, and I love it down, but I really wanted a bigger one that would fit on my shoulder. So I honestly have been scouring the internet for the last couple of years on and off for one of these. It's just that I recently remembered that I wanted one, so I started looking again and I found this one. Got this one on eBay. It is actually from Japan, and I do really like to try and get things from Japan because I know if they say it's actually going to be the brand, because the thing about Japan, like, they don't play about selling things, saying they're one thing and they're not. They have to sell you what they actually call it. Also, this one was significantly cheaper. I think I saved about $400 on this one in comparison to the ones that look like it, because look at the handle. Yeah, it looks a little bit chewed up, honestly. You can tell it's from whoever previously had it. The wear is like where it would rub against your shoulder or your hand. So my hopes are I can take it to like a cobbler or somebody. I don't know if those are the people that do that, but I'd like somebody to fix it. But I have not done it yet because honestly, I'm obsessed with it. I wear it too much to even drop it off with somebody to fix it. But it's definitely going to happen. But it's so spacious. It goes with so many of my outfits. I would love to tell you that this is my last city bag purchase, but okay, a little summer skirt, another Depop find. I just really liked it for like the intricate designs at the bottom. I felt like I had so many like plain black skirts but nothing interesting, so I like that it's black but it still has something really interesting about it. Like, we've got these little, what do you call that, you know when you know a word fully and you just cannot think of what the word is? Anyways, like a 3D type of lace with the little like cherry blossoms or whatever this is on the skirt part. Embroidery, that is what I was trying to think of. Yeah, I know the word, it's just like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know a word but you can't think of it. Yeah, are you making fun of me right now? One of my absolute favorite recent clothing secondhand finds is this Colonel jacket. And I'm so sad because I probably won't be wearing it anytime soon. It's like 90 degrees outside. It's black. This probably won't see some use until like maybe mid-fall, nighttime. But I'd really like to wear it out during the day. But the fit of this jacket, oh my goodness. I got it off of Depop and I want to say it was modeled on like a mannequin. And so sometimes that can be kind of a gamble because I would really rather see it on a person, but I was like, I'm just gonna try anyway. I don't think it was very expensive. Oh my goodness, it got here, I put it on. It's so good, it's so good. It makes me want another one, but I'm gonna at least make sure I wear this one enough before I invest in more. But it's funny because it's from the brand, and it's vintage, but it's from the brand White House Black Market. And I actually remember that brand because my mom, whenever we would like go on vacation to, I don't know, the outlets or something, she used to go in there. I hated that store so much. I'm like, is this store called White House Black Market because everything in here is white and black? You know, when you're a kid, like stuff like that is just super boring. And now I'm more than happy to wear something from that store. This is another piece that I got. I think it's just from some random brand. I tried to figure out like its origins, but it was pretty vague. Another Depop find. It's got this really deep V cut. It reminds me of something that I feel like the early 2000s, you'd see Paris Hilton in with like a pair of bikini bottoms, only obviously in black. Look, I've just accepted my fate. Then I'm probably not gonna wear the item if it's not like black, gray, or white. I wear other colors, but like those are my absolute favorites to wear. I think they're just the most flattering on me. But I can wear it like this in the front. It'd also be really cute if I turned it to the back and had like an open V back moment. But honestly, I haven't been brave enough to wear it yet, and I feared that this would be an issue because it's so revealing in the front. Like you have to wear like either some type of pasties or stick-on tape to make sure it doesn't slip because it's a deep V, or like some little bikini top. So eventually I will wear it, hopefully. It's just really too cute not to. Okay, so this is more honorable mention because I've been wearing the heck out of these, so I can't even really call them that new anymore. But I mean, is any of this new? It's all secondhand. But it is these black linen pants. They are my size, but they're very long, which I really appreciate. If you know like that very retro Mary-Kate and Ashley look, how they always have their pants really long, like to the point they're walking on them. I don't know what it is about that. I love that. Even when I was in elementary school, that was a big thing for me. Like, I remember I had these jeans that had the same shape and they were so long. I would walk on them and they'd get these little shreds at the end. I think I've just always been a boho girl, but that's kind of what these are like. But they are interesting because they have this little, it's honestly a chevron print. And I know if anybody was buying clothes in the 2010s, you're very familiar with that print. And usually that would throw me off, but the way that it's done on these pants is very subtle. They just look so good on. Like, anytime I want to like not think hard about an outfit, I could just throw on like a black or white tank with these pants and I know the outfit's gonna be really cute. I bought this for multiple purposes. It's like this sheer shirt dress type of thing with a little peasant blouse look at the front with the buttons. But then if you turn it to the back, it has like this open, lacy back moment. I actually wore this once so far and it was not in the way that you would think. I wore it, remember when we went to the Ren Fair? This is the top that I had layered underneath my corset. I did not buy this for that. I genuinely bought it just to wear it. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys a few of the secondhand things that I've been buying because I haven't really been doing my, you know, my best recent purchases videos lately, so I'm trying to still show my stuff that I'm getting, but like slipping into the vlogs. With that being said, I'm getting ready to go on a really exciting trip. Finally going to Paris. People have been telling me for years, I feel like you would love Paris, and I'm pretty sure they're right, but we're about to find out. But I have a list of things that I want to get, things that I'm thinking about, and of course I'm trying to be all up and through their vintage stores, so whatever I get in there is whatever I get, but I'm definitely gonna have to share that with you guys soon. I don't know if I'll make it a dedicated video or again, just slip it into the vlogs, but we're gonna see. But with that being said, I'm gonna head out. Hope you liked the things. Let me know if you like me slipping this into the vlogs and I will try to do more of that.